Hey guys, Omar here with Overlanding Just Cause, and this video is about my 4Runner Hunter, the Jeep Commander. So in this video I want to talk about how I installed my pressurized water system. I'll show you what I did. This video was taken a couple days ago. I pretty much laid everything out and showed equipment I used. But I realized quickly as I started to install it that I had to modify it, because in the video it shows it all in a straight line connected, but when I mounted it I couldn't put it in a straight line because the Jeep's only so big. So I had to do a couple modifications which I'll show you close up. First, let me show you a video of how I laid everything out. All right, so this is my attempt to install pressurized water inside the Jeep. I think the plan is going to be to install everything out here, test it out. That way, if anything leaks or blows up, it's not in there. I just want to go over all the parts and pieces. Now, I'm not 100% sure that I have everything I need. I'm pretty sure. But this is my first time doing it. So starting off with a 6-foot hose, this is where the outer hose is going to connect to this. The outer hose is going to have a filter so that I can put somewhat clean water inside this water bladder, since it's going to be potable water. But if you notice with the 6-foot hose, it has 2 female adapters. So I needed a threaded hose adapter to go from this piece to the shut-off valve, cut-off valve, and then female end. This is a 15-gallon Aquatank 2 water bladder I got from Amazon. This is the outflow, male piece, another another cut-off valve, and then I've got this hose adapter with a 1/2-inch nozzle piece that's going to connect to this 1/2-inch nozzle piece through this clear vinyl tubing, which again, inner diameter 1/2-inch. So clear tubing to clear tubing, clamps. I've got plumber's tape here. Plumber's tape is going to go on all the threads for every piece. Flowmax 12-volt water pump. The actual pump came with this adapter, this filter, this adapter here. Inflow, outflow. So clear tubing to clear tubing. Again, clamps. Make sure it doesn't leak. Now if you notice this adapter here, it's a smaller end because I'm connecting it to a shower hose. Pretty long shower hose. I think it's about 5 feet. And then it connects smaller end to bigger end so that I can connect a nozzle. In this case, I mean, you can use whatever you want, a sprayer, but that's my setup. Now it's time to connect everything and test it out before I actually install it.
Really?
All right, guys, so here's the ultimate test. I've got the bladder filled up. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but I've got leakage here. I got to figure out why. But let's see if this bad boy works. So I've got this opened up. I'm gonna pump, turn on the pump. It's moving water. Oh yeah. But if you notice, I've got leakage all over the place. This is exactly why I didn't want to put it in the Jeep first. So we obviously have some leakage here, and there's obviously leakage here, and where else? Everywhere. All right. Well, at least it works. Now I just gotta stop the bleeding. All right, guys. All right, so I checked where the leakage is. tightened everything up. Actually took this piece back apart, put some more plumber's tape in there, made sure I tightened it up, and tightened this piece up. So it was both this and this. I also make sure that this clear tube right here was pushed all the way up. It's all the way up here. Before it was pretty much where the where that clamp is where it stopped. So I pushed it all the way up, tightened it up, and now no water leakage from anywhere. All right, so now that you've seen that, I have it here installed. I'll take the camera and I'll kind of show you from start to finish what the two modifications are, but pretty much everything else is the same. Actually, let me correct myself. 3 modifications. The last one really isn't that important. It's the spray nozzle. I returned it and got this kind of sprayer because it'll determine like how much water I want, whether I want a little bit of water or a full spray. But yeah, it works. The pump turns off when all the pressure is up, and I can turn it off here, and then when I'm completely done using it, I turn it off via the switch. So yeah, it's working. My biggest concern was any leakage, so once I installed it, I filled it up, and it was the one little leak that I corrected, and I'll show you. All right guys, so first I want to talk about this water filter. I got this on Amazon. It was a 2-pack, and I'll show you a picture of the description. Connects to this, and then I connect it to this hose here. This is a brand new hose. I made sure that it was brand new. Kind of rinse, let water run through it. This hose goes all the way in to the connection of the bladder. All right, we saw that in the earlier video. So here's the bread and butter of everything. As you can see, I drilled some holes on the platform and mounted it from underneath. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do, but got it to work. So the 2 modifications, again, because I couldn't run it in a straight line, was elbow clamp, elbow piece. They're not really clamps. Elbow, and an elbow here to turn a 90 degree, right? So it turns here. If you notice, I have a zip tie here to kind of keep it held up. The other modification, the second modification, is I went from that clear tubing to this kind of reinforced tubing. I forgot what it's called, but it's the same diameter and the same fittings, right, from the fittings from the pump itself. So it goes from the outlet here, 90 degree angle in through the filter. It goes out, down, another connection, and then here's the actual hose, which at the very end I've got the water hose here. And that's it. And again, it's connected to this switch here. It turns on, it pressurizes the water, and then from there I could turn it on, and it goes pretty darn far. I don't know if you can see that. That's probably a good 40 feet away. Once I turn the water off here, it provides all the pressure that it needs. The pump turns off, and it's on standby. And then, like I said earlier, once I'm completely done using the pump, I turn it off. Now, this is a 15-gallon tank, and when it's completely full, there's pressure. I don't know if you can see it. There's pressure right in here. There's nothing sharp that can pop this, but it does get nice and tight against the pump. I was able to fill it up with exactly 15 gallons. And I know this because I poured it into 5-gallon buckets, and it took 3 buckets to dump out. And even with it completely full, there was contact here, but not really enough to kind of worry me. And then in this space here, I'll probably put a plastic bin that I can slide in and out that will have all my dry goods, either that or my tent, tables, stuff like that. Haven't decided yet. I have a Cabros. It's my son's. Shout out to Lo. All right, guys. So I hope you liked the video. I hope it helps somebody. I know for me, when I was doing my research and trying to find like just a video or some kind of guidance, there were a lot of videos on RVs, right? But then also when I was looking at like overlanding videos of people that installed pressurized water, some people went big, you know, with water tanks underneath and drilling into their metal and spigots and all that stuff. And I didn't want, as far as mine, I wanted to keep it simple. I wanted to keep it kind of confined into one little area. That way, if there's a problem, I can quickly find it and fix it. So anyway, I hope it helps somebody out. And yeah, subscribe. I'm gonna have more videos coming out next week. Overland Expo East. The wife and I are gonna have a nice little setup. Hopefully we're comfortable and have a good time. Well, hopefully she's comfortable and has a good time. And yeah, so stay tuned for the next videos. Bye, guys.